Don't be alarmed. We're starting a little bit early. That's on purpose. One, it's so I can sound check to see if you can hear me. And then two, it's so I can say hi to people and it not be delaying us starting from when we're normally starting. So, hello, Lauren. I just realized I realized that I am going to squint now for the rest of this broadcast. Bonjour, Paul. And then I haven't seen anybody confirm they can hear me. I hope they can. So, oh yeah, that's true. I could go and get my glasses. Hey, Emma. We've missed you the last couple of weeks. Glad to have you back. Hello, Chris. Ingrid, hello. Okay, you can hear. So Ingrid can hear me. Hello to Jennifer. Hi, Mal. And Anna, Julie, Marjorie. Yeah, I'm gonna run and grab my glasses. All right. Yeah, I wasn't squinting as bad as I usually do. Thank you for everyone who's already hit the like button. I'll say this again at the top of the hour when we hit the top of the hour in 2 minutes. But I'm filling in for Jeff, obviously, so I'm obviously not Jeff. If you're new and you're somebody who found Jeff on Calm or 10% Happier, or you read Fidgety Skeptics, and you were like, I'm going to go visit the Do Nothing Project. Well, you're in the right place. Just Jeff's not here right now. So he will be. Everything's okay. We're just a family event, and Jeff asked if I'd be so kind as to fill in for him, and I said yes. So. Hello, Al, and Allie, hello as well. Sybil and Sonali, hello. Hope all is well in the 6. All right, Susan, thank you for confirming. All right, and hello, B2 McQuaid or McQuaid. Hey, Mike G. All right, so I started early, 1, because I just wanted to check, and then 2, I figured I would forget something important like my glasses. So hello to Virtual Debs. Oh, Beto, that's right. Okay, Beto, you'd mentioned that, and I have forgotten. Sorry about that. So as mentioned, and hello to Fred. So you are in the right place. This is the Do Nothing Project. I'm filling in for Jeff this week. My name is Andrew. I'm a certified mindfulness meditation coach. Folks will usually know me as the sometimes guest host, and then I'm usually over in the chat saying hello to people, like saying hello to Mitch and Brian. Johnny, hello. It is late for Johnny. And then hello to Janine. Oh, and Ruth. How are you, Ruth? So we've already got a bunch of likes on here, so I appreciate that. Hello to Bill B. Congratulations to your Chargers. Or at least I think the Chargers won. Yes, I'm usually in the blue font, not to be confused with a bouffant, which is a 60s hairdo. So yeah, and so I'm glad you noticed my shirt. That's a little bit of our theme that I'll mention here. So it's the top of the hour. 8 o'clock if you're in the Eastern time zone, 5 o'clock here in the Pacific time zone, or 5 o'clock if you're Arizona and you don't pay any attention to daylight savings time. Or is it saving time? Is it savings, plural? I always forget. This is the Do Nothing Project. I'm not Jeff, filling in for Jeff. If you've been here for the last 4 minutes or so, you've heard me say all is well in the Warren family. There was an event today, and me filling in was of great benefit. So here I am, doing my best to be of great benefit. So what to expect? We often tell everyone to keep your expectations very, very low. I haven't seen anybody this is your first time, but usually when I guest host, there's always somebody who's like finally managed to drop in on a live stream, and then it's not okay. There's Ty, and then Jeff's not here. So Jeff will be here, I promise you. This is not some sort of strange bait and switch or a mislabel in the YouTube world that sometimes happens. But yeah, so I am also I am a meditation coach and certified through the Unified Mindfulness program. That Jeff and I have kind of a common root teacher or influence, and that's Shinzen Young. So again, keep your expectations low. What will happen? I will probably talk for hopefully less than another maybe 3 minutes with a little bit of a theme for today. We'll sit for 25 minutes. There'll be light guidance in that 25-minute sit, and we'll finish the 25-minute sit with a friendliness practice, or you could call it a loving kindness practice. Nurture positive is another way to describe it. In other words, it's a practice that allows us to stoke a warm heart and basically positive inner experience or appreciation would be another way to say it. You'll see, or you'll hear Jeff, I think, usually leans on the friendliness practice as the go-to, but it's very similar, or its intent is very similar to metta or loving kindness, METTA. I think that's Pali, or is that Sanskrit? I don't know. Someone in the chat will know. Is metta Sanskrit? I think it's Sanskrit. Pali is a dialect of Sanskrit. It's not, early teachings of the Buddha would be that. So I think that's everything. So some of you may know I'm a Star Wars fan, and for a good chunk of time I was a co-host on a Star Wars podcast. The Star Wars podcast is kind of dormant, and one of the things that I've been doing lately is looking for making videos around where the worlds of Star Wars and meditation cross over. I've been joking with some folks that even in a galaxy far, far away, they were meditating. And so tonight is going to be a little bit of a play on a popular Jeff theme, or a popular Jeff Warren theme, which is welcome to the party. But we're going to use the catchphrase of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and we're going to offer hello there. So hello there is something that we hear Obi-Wan Kenobi in New Hope say to Luke Skywalker, but throughout the Star Wars saga in the films, you'll see that Obi-Wan offers hello there to not only strangers and friends, but to foes. And so, oh wow, you were just at DragonCon last week. Excellent, Cashew. And hello, Cashew. And Saban, who is also not adhering to the daylight savings DST world. So we're gonna play around with just welcoming experience. So whatever comes up in experience, we can offer a hello there, a very cordial Ewan McGregor style hello there. So and really it comes back to a core of what a lot of our Do Nothing projects end up being about, which is what Paul just said, equanimity practice. It's not that we are cool with, that we're seeking bad things or unpleasant things. No, Saban, daylight savings hasn't started. I was just mentioning the time that we are on the same time as Pacific time, thanks to not adhering to daylight savings. That is kind of confusing. So, Anyway, back to our theme. So, we're not trying to sort of bring bad experiences in and then show our intestinal fortitude or making our lives harder, but we're in this not push, not pull sort of situation. So when we talk about equanimity as a skill, it's not that we're becoming like the universal yoga teacher who is totally fine with everything and we're not harshing any of our mellow ever. It's this notion of we're not holding on to and our experiences that are positive, and we're not pushing away our experiences that are negative. So if we can offer a hello there to that, and then it's not a judgment in any way, it's really just an acknowledgement of, oh, this here, this too is here. So that's where we're headed. And I will ring a bell to start. Again, we have a 25-minute sit, and then we'll have a brief bit at the end. If you have any experiences, questions, or things like that, you can totally share those. And then, as you might have noticed, I'm pulling double duty again, so there's nobody moderating in chat. I'm going to try to keep a close eye on things, just on the off chance we need to take care of anything. But yeah, so if anything goes sideways in chat, I'll do my best to take care of it. All right, here we go. All right, so we ring the bell to signify the start of our sit, but you could think that, or you can frame this that your sit already started when you logged in. When you logged in and you tuned in, that was really the start of the sit. So I'm going to give guidance around the seated posture, either seated in a chair, on a cushion, or on a bench, but you could totally be standing, lying down, or walking, or sitting in a comfortable chair, as Jeff will often mention. So all of those postures totally valid. Really just beginning with trying to situate the body in a way that is going to help sort of support being still. Again, the aim is upright without being uptight. And then again, if you're lying down, that's totally fine too. And as you start out, you might notice that as you begin to get still, you have a little bit of this energy of wanting to move a bit. So you can play around with that. So you move and then return to stillness. And then seeing kind of what's here. Especially for this sit, just seeing what's here from a welcoming and upfront way. We're not chasing away tension or unease, just noticing it's there. And then to cap off our sort of arrival, a few deliberate breaths. Slow and low is the tempo that we're going for. Breathing in through the nose allows us to slow down our breath. And then that slow breath allows us to breathe low into the belly. And then on that turnaround when we exhale, seeing if you can extend and accentuate that. And the reason to offer that extension and accentuation is that the exhale that's longer than the inhale is a physiological cue to shift into a rest and relaxation state. beginning with a bit of stillness. And so just to offer a bit of structure around the sit, you can kind of begin with this sitting and knowing that you're sitting sort of stance. Often when I get still and I'm sitting, there's just a knowing that's present, where it's like I don't have to notice or label or do anything. It's just sort of this like, okay. Maybe for you it's this, I know I'm here, right here. So that here, or that notion of sitting and knowing that you're sitting, that can be kind of a waypoint for you to mark. So if there's too much silence, or the cues are confusing, you can just come back to this. So maybe the first sort of mental talk that you experience early into the sit is that, am I doing this right, or what is this thing? Just kind of noticing that. We're not sorting it into positive, negative, neutral. Just, oh, hello. Hello there. Just an acknowledgement. Again, not pushing it away. And if it's positive, we may kind of feel the desire of like, oh, this is the right, I got it. And just letting that go. It's a friend or stranger or foe, whatever is coming up in our experience, just a general welcoming nature. last bit of cue I'll offer and then let you explore on your own. Just this idea of being still and seeing experience. That's really what we're doing. And we may kind of wander away from that, and then we can come back. It's no big deal. So again, we can move and then get still. We can watch what's arising, acknowledge it, welcome it if we want to, and then keep being right here. So I'll leave you with that. I've said enough for now. You can explore on your own. So if you see or you feel that you're kind of getting drawn away a lot, or that your concentration and clarity doesn't quite have sort of focus that you want, just see if there's maybe a small tune-up to your posture that you might be able to do. I find that mind follows body, meaning that when I'm having the hardest times with my concentration, it's often because I've slumped to a side or leaning a little bit too far forward. So just seeing if there's a little bit of posture tune-up that might be available. And then if you feel like you're coming back to them, am I getting this right or doing this right, just know that there's no right, which is very frustrating to hear, but so just see if we can put the evaluation up on a shelf and let it be there for now. So no need for us to do the evaluation, it's over there on the shelf. All right, and putting that down, or I'm offering that you can put that down. If you want to keep practicing that, you're totally welcome to. We're going to shift into our friendliness practice and just seeing if you can bring to mind maybe someone who is an ancestor who's had an impact on your life in a positive way that you've never met. And maybe you've seen pictures of them, maybe you've been hearing stories of them your whole life. So just seeing if you can enliven a bit of those mental images, and then offering up a sign or a show of gratitude. Maybe that's a heartfelt thank you. Maybe that's sort of a visual offering, a bouquet of flowers. A gesture to show how they've impacted you in a positive way. Maybe this is an aunt, an uncle, a grandparent, a great-grandparent. Maybe there's more than one. You can imagine them in a line, receiving your gratitude as you go through and thank each one. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Maybe as you get to the end of the line, there's a surprise, someone you didn't expect. You can offer them a little hello there. And thank you. And then just bringing to mind someone who's had an impact on your life that you never met. Maybe it's Joseph Campbell. Maybe it's someone only you really know. A teacher from college. A friend's older brother or older sister. Again, offering a heartfelt thank you or a show of gratitude. Maybe there's more than one person. Again, bring them to mind, offering a show of gratitude. As you offer that, just seeing if you can flip and feel the warmth in offering this gratitude that's arising in you. If it's not there, no big deal. But if it is, just sort of letting that land. And then expanding to the community. Folks that are here tonight, maybe folks that aren't here that are in your mind missing because they're not with us live. Folks that are part of the Do Nothing Project community as a whole. Maybe teachers that you're filling in for as a guest host. Offering a thank you. Maybe even you don't know how much you've meant to me. Or I've always appreciated your presence. And again, offering what seems like a simple thank you, but you know is more. And then briefly flashing your attention back on you, seeing if there's any warmth. And then just a small smile for yourself, offering yourself a thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your practice. Thank you for making time out of your day to be here. for you. Our sit has ended. I'm going to ring the bell. Re-echoing that. Thank you. Thank you for your practice. Thank you for making it here tonight. Especially those that haven't been able to make it. We've missed you. We're very happy for your return. Thank you, MDOS, or MDES. You're welcome, Courtney. So a big thank you to everybody for being here. I know that sometimes the numbers are down when Jeff's not here, and so I'm always a big amount of gratitude for folks who are here when we've got folks filling in like myself or Aaron or Tasha. So really appreciate that. You're welcome, Tina. Yeah, it's very good numbers. So for folks, so I mentioned the Obi-Wan Kenobi and the hello there. I've been working on videos around Star Wars and meditation, and so if you're curious about that, you can find it. I have one out, and then I've got a few others that I've done around the Mandalorian and from Rogue One. If folks remember the I am one with the Force is with me. I did a mantra practice one around that. So let me see if I can find, since I'm doing double duty here, let me see if I can find my my links for that. But you can find my YouTube page where those videos will be. It's Andrew Lenards, all one word. Yeah, I'm not finding this since I should have had them at the ready. But you find Andrew Lenards on YouTube. So if you search for that, it'll be in the link in the description as well. So if you're watching this after the fact. So how do I spell my name? Excellent question. That's Lenards, no O. So Andrew Lenards, all one word. And actually, let's see if I can. Yeah, this is not going to work, but maybe I can draft. Yes, you got it right, MDES. So Wednesday nights at 8:15 Eastern, 6:15 or 7:15 Central, 6:15 Mountain, 5:15 Pacific. I do sit on Wednesdays, very, very similar to this. Sometimes Star Wars, sometimes whatever. Sometimes whatever we pull out of the deck. I've got a deck of cards with practices, and we pull out something from the deck. So that's one things we do on Wednesdays. Monday night, you'll find. You're welcome, Emily. Monday night, the Consciousness Explorers Club (CEC) will have a sit. I have no idea who tomorrow's guest guide is. So, but fear not. You can go to cecmeditate.com. That's cecmeditate.com. And the Monday night sits for under events. You can find out who's the guide tomorrow night. And that's 4:30 my time, which I think is 7:30 Eastern. I can figure out the time math on that. Oh, Ruth, I didn't see what's up. Oh, wow. Yeah, I share everyone's support and thoughts on that, Ruth. Yeah, so I think those are the two things we usually talk about. Home base with Jeff. Homebasewithjeff.com. Jeff's doing weekly practices on that. This week you have a special guest, and that is Sebene Selassie. Folks may know Sebene from the Meditation Party retreats, also the Meditation Party podcast. There is a new Meditation Party podcast out on 10% Happier. The podcast that was released, I want to say that was last week, maybe Friday, that came out. So check that out. And so Home Base with Jeff has links to Sebene's. Okay, thank you, Paul. So Jude, sometimes guest host here, is your guide tomorrow night. Thank you for that. Sebene has her Substack, which I think is Ancestors to Elements, is linked this week too, along with her practice. So check that out. The MindBot Adventure Pod continues on a less frequent cadence, but it continues. So check that out as well. I think that's pretty much everything. I didn't see any questions or reports. So if there were questions or reports, oh, okay, I did see Christiana now. That's very interesting. Thank you for sharing that. So I think that's all of the practice opportunities that are out there. I do know that, or I should say, you can check out, if you're looking for practice opportunities, jeffwarren.org. If you look at the calendar there, I think there's also a calendar for Jeff's events on homebasewithjeff.com as well, so you can check that out. The nearest retreat is Meditation Party on the 11th through the 13th at Omega. And then I do think there's also, Brooke's not here, but there is, yes, so there is a retreat coming up in October. I think that's Meditation Party. And then there may be another retreat at the Boone, is it the Art of Life Center in Boone, North Carolina? I should know this. But anyway, you can know it too if you go to jeffwarren.org and look for events. And it might also be on the homebasewithjeff.com by now. So I haven't seen it there, but it might be. So that's it for our Sunday night. We're going to clock in under 45 minutes probably, which is good. Thank you for everyone for coming out and practicing with us tonight. We appreciate it. And maybe I'll see some of you on Wednesday. There's that.